has duly inaugurated. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks very, very much. I'm getting good to this one man to you here, who's a founding member of our party or the chapter branch, and his name is Mr. Kofi Owoswatsa. Shall we clap for Mr. Kofi Owoswatsa, please?
With total humility, I will request we all stand up. Remain silent for 1 minute. As we pay respect to all our leaders who are dead. 1 minute silence. May their souls rest in peace. Please be seated. Mr. Chairman, distinguished invited guests, fellow members of our dear party, the NPP, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart that when we extended our hand of friendship to you, you have positively accepted and identified with our cause today. I am privileged to be given this honor to welcome you all to today's inauguration of the chapter of our great party in the Republic of Ireland. May I say how overwhelmed we are to have our own chairman of the branch in the United Kingdom, Mr. Hayford Atakrufi, the secretary, I understand he's on the way coming, Mr. Matthew Treme, and the woman organizer, Miss Veronica Hemming, here with us today. We are also aware that the second vice chairperson, Ms. Susie Akomia, is scheduled to be here later. There are those who have traveled far and wide, and the representative from Ghana, in the person of our own lady of substance, who has always stood for the cause of women, in the person of the Vice President of FIDA, Ms. Asra Usu. I also welcome Dr. Boahin from the Netherlands, Dr. Ebijenfi from the UK, Mr. Yafren Pong from Norway. And I do apologize that if for any reason I have not called your name, you should not feel that you are an outcast. You are all important to us. So I say a big welcome to you all. Councillor Jimmy O'Connor, he's supposed to be here, he's not yet in. We are grateful that you have accepted our invite to be here with us today. You have demonstrated to us that we have influential people in society who we can call upon anytime we are in need. And it is a clear demonstration of a true nation building. The great elephant family is made up of great men and women who have always stuck together for the common good of our country. We therefore ask each one of you to feel at home. I would like to offer my sincere gratitude to Mr. Apalu, the independent presidential candidate, who is here to grace the occasion. And also the representatives of the NPC and the other political parties who have all accepted our invitation and taken time off their tight schedules to be here with us today. I would like to remind them that just as we ourselves are struggling or trying to to work very hard to make life worth living for our families back in Ghana. We shall continue to work with them constructively on issues and foster national cohesion and development. I remember very well the insulting and aggressive correspondences I sent to the UK branch when I was looking for the opening of a branch here in Ireland. Writing to me is a pastime. So I continuously, the insulting and aggressive correspondences I sent to the UK branch when I was looking for opening of a branch here in Ireland. Writing to me is a pastime, so I consistently wrote to them in UK that we needed a branch here at all costs. I hated the idea of Mr. Atakrufi telling me that we rather needed a chapter instead of a branch. I was aggressive, and I thought he needed to know the geography of this place to understand that we were a sovereign state, quite distant from Northern Ireland. But through constructive engagement and education with Mr. Atakrufi and Matthew Cheme, I allowed myself to be educated that a chapter would be a right course for us here. I am glad they are still in office to see the inauguration of the baby they promised to give us. I know in the long run, our party will recognize our worth, recognize us worthy to be given a branch status. I am happy that I set in motion the idea of having a chapter of our party in this country. However, my individual effort caught the attention of our chairman-elect, Mr. Eko Ajiman-Prempeh, who came on board and took it to where we are today. We are grateful to Mr. Ajiman-Prempeh. I was just the pace setter. I am always glad to remain in the background. As I welcome you to this inauguration of the Island chapter, we should remember that political parties are just vehicles that are needed to win elections. It is through the political parties that we reach out to the custodians of our country, that is the electorate, who are called to vote every 4 years. Therefore, it will be criminal on our part if we relegate them to the background immediately after we have got their votes. Our party should work out ways and means that the over 70% of the voters who live in the rural communities would feel special, so that they will give us their votes anytime we call upon them. Gone are the days anybody at all could be placed on the NPP ticket, and because of the Martineau connection, they will win hands down. Those days are far gone. So as voters begin to vote on issues, we may need the right blend of strategies that will appeal to the Ghanaian electorate. So let us resolve to work on that. We are mindful of what happened in the by-elections in Cheperodi, Akwetia and Ajiwa. As the chairman rightly said, the strategy of our opponents will not be winning, but that of intimidation to instill fear into the voters. The reason is simple. They want to reduce the votes in our strongholds. We have to come up with strategies that will confound our opponents so that come 2012, we shall come back to power, because our absence is felt by the overwhelming majority in our country who think they were misled to vote wrongly in 2008. Mr. Mandela once said, a champion is not the one who loses a fight and goes into hibernation. But a champion is a champion when he loses a fight. He picks himself up, regroups, finds out all the weaknesses, and gather all the strength needed to win the next fight. As we plan, our opponents are also planning. But the one with the proper strategies will win come 2012. And that should be NPP. My fellow party faithful, let us get ready today and not to fold our arms and say, but 2012 is still 2 years away. Let us start now, and I'm sure come 2012, it will no longer be lies, twisted facts, but progress and development. Let us be proud that throughout the 53 years of our country's independence, we have presided over our nation for only 10 years, 3 months. But the facts are there for all discerning minds and brains to see a Ghana that was very confident, a Ghana that saw development in all fronts, a Ghana where the GDP was growing at 7.3 and could have grown into leaps now. We owe Ghana a duty because any time our nation has called, we have not failed them. We didn't fail them in 1946. We did not fail them when autocracy was the order of the day.
The chairman still showed how much
men and women
value of political tolerance even at its grassroots. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much. Right. Now I'm going to go on to call Mr. Kofiba. But before I do that, I'd like us to recognize Mr. Richard Baden. Shall you play? Where's Mr. Baden? Mr. Richard Baden. Beardon. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I need to be educated. We welcome Mr. Johnson Bar, please. Thank you.
It is my greatest honor to be invited as a member of this charter to introduce the men and the women that were instrumental in initiating the process that has culminated in the birth of our charter today. That day, as they gathered in his little house in Blanchardstown, probably little did they know that this day will ever come. And here you are. We are witnessing the inauguration of this charter. And we owe this milestone to the courage and zeal of these men and women. Equally, I have nothing but praise for the executive in the UK and even beyond for the support, encouragement, and the concerted effort that we've all put in making today a fruitful day. I'll proceed with the roll call of the members. And I'll just play with the members so that if you hear them, you could come and stand beside me. First on the list is Mr. Kofi Owusu-Ansah. Mr. Thomas H.